Hey there, just want to show you an application of AI that I think is really interesting, and that is creating a parallel test paper. So you've done a test, some students may not have done very well, they want to have an opportunity to maybe reset or see questions that's similar to that. You may have an A and B test that you do with students, and some set A and some set B. You want to create an assessment that's similar to one that you've had, but is maybe changed in context, has the same difficulty level, different questions, numbers, all of that sort of thing. So this is just an idea about how to do that, and it's using ChatGPT or Microsoft Copilot. So I'm on Copilot, I could do the same thing. So just let me show you, I've got a prompt here saying I want to create a parallel test paper. What would be a great prompt? So this is great, the AI can actually help you with the prompting here. So here's one of the prompts. Imagine you're designing a parallel to create questions that assess the same skills and concepts as the original but vary in numbers, scenarios or contexts. Assure the questions are of equivalent difficulty and cover each of the following areas, right? Or here's another one here. Replace more specific. Create a Year 12 maths test focusing on these areas. Replace the numerical values with similar ones. Use different scenarios, substitute key terms and ensure the level of difficulty is the same. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll use this one here. Sure the questions are equivalent to cover each of the following areas. Okay, so I'm going to upload a test. So I'm going to copy that. So let's start a new thread, and I'm going to attach a file from my computer for the other tests that I want it to be similar to. Okay, so here's the prompt that I put in there. Imagine you're designing a parallel version of a Year 9 maths test. So I'm giving it the context of what it's looking at, create the question, assess the same skills, concepts, etc., etc. So I've uploaded the paper there, and then I've also asked it to do a Word document. So the output format there is a Word document. Now, just while it's going through that, you could do this for any kind of subject area. So I've done it for maths here. Could be music, could be English, could be HASS, could be science, anything you wanted to. It could be, any of those. So let's now compare the original with the parallel version. Okay, so here we go. The original test here is on the left. The parallel one is here on the right. You can see not exactly the same formatting, but it's pretty close, right? So the first question there, and you can compare for yourself, right? The numbers in the following, smallest to largest. Now, the interesting thing here is that I'm going to have to do a little bit of work, so I can do some more prompting. This was just one prompt, so it's very much acceptable for me to go back and say, hey, can you do this question? Could you format it this way? Could you change the context of this one and that sort of thing? So very similar sort of questions as I had before, some negative indices in there, and these ones here at the end obviously aren't as difficult. So I might need to push the AI to say, I want the questions to be just as hard as those, and make them a little bit more difficult than you have over here in the parallel one. Anyway, it's just an example of how you could use the AI to create a parallel paper. Obviously a little bit work done to make this right, but it'll give me the start that I need and save me a lot of time.